It's Quinn and Cantera.
Pix 106, let's welcome to the show for his weekly visit attorney, Paul Harding. Paul, can I ask you a question here?
Yes.
You're married, right?
Huh?
Well,
I'm sorry.
It's a complicated question.
Jesus, Cantera.
I'm sorry.
What the hell is wrong with you?
I'm really sorry.
What was the question?
I've forgotten the question already.
Quinn's busting me, Paul, because I asked my wife to put $20 in my account, and I just thought that somebody in my situation would understand that. I was looking for some sympathy, I guess.
Yeah, you might want to go down a different path here with sympathy and wives. Yeah, I don't know if I'm the exact candidate for that.
Okay, all right.
At the present moment, these things are subject to change, of course. So.
But listen, you're a man, right? You're a man.
Qualified.
I think we all know that.
Yeah, I can give you one of those opinions. Yeah.
Have you ever had to text anybody to get $20?
It feels unmanly. Yeah.
All right, okay. Forget it. I thought I was in the comfort room here. My safe house.
Paul, let's talk about this. The Supreme Court going to be hearing the case of Fisher versus University of Texas, examining affirmative action that turns our direction that we've taken as a country on affirmative action back to what it used to be.
Well, I guess there was a point there was no affirmative action, meaning that the race was not considered at all in an application for college or for any testing. Sometime back in the late 60s, early 70s, it started creeping in, and then in 2003, the court said, hey, the 14th Amendment has equal protection, and it's okay for college boards and college admissions to look at race as a factor in deciding who's going to enter a particular year class.
Well, I feel like it's a numbers game, and I feel like that we should be reflected in who participates in certain things. That's why. I'm pro affirmative action. I don't see a problem with it.
I mean, but you got a lot of kids out there busting ass, doing really well with amazing scores, having a much harder time getting into colleges.
Give us an example of how what beyond University of Texas where it can go. What would it affect?
Whether it's testing for, I guess, the state police, for example. The state police do have a justifiable need for diversity, and so that is a factor when they are deciding applicants and things like that. And they've had that. They've had it for about 15, 18 years. They've lessened it. But if the court came down and said, you can't consider race in this Fisher versus University of Texas, now it begs the question, well, when can you? And so now doors are going to fly open, and all kinds of things going to flow from this.
All right. Hey, did you have your Romney jersey on last night with a big bowl of popcorn?
I can tell you, it was fun watching. I only watched about half because my eyes started to close. But yeah, I mean, it was good TV.
I thought so too.
It was good TV, but I'm waiting for the third and final debate when we actually see maybe the fists start flying a little bit. It was more civil than I would have liked it to be last night.
Yeah.
Well, these guys are pros, and when you're kind of saying stuff to people with a smile on your face, I think it sort of exacerbates what they're saying, because they're like, when they're smiling and they're kind of gesturing and saying, well, I agree with the president, and then there's trouble coming as soon as you hear that, right? I agree with the president, and then they're smiling, and then they kind of dive in. But yeah, civil, but you can still feel the tension, and I think that that's exactly what they hope to do, and I don't know if there was a declared victory. I'm sure they both declared victory.
Poll-wise, Paul, it was about 2/3 favoring Romney's performance last night.
Obama went home on his 20th wedding anniversary and did so badly his wife didn't sleep with him.
Hey, let me ask you this. If you were looking at both candidates last night up at the podium and you had to guess which one would have to text their wife for $20, which one do you think it would be?
Yeah, I can tell you, I think these guys are absolutely in charge, and they would never do such a thing. In fact, any man that has to, I think, needs to be questioned. So, on that note,
I hear a seat of judgment coming on here, Cantera.
I'm kidding.
Thanks for the time this morning, Paul.
Okay, guys.
All right, it's Paul Harding from Martin Harding and Mazzotti, 1-800-LAW-1010.
See you, buddy.
Facing the